Good evening, or good morning, or wherever you are in the world. This is Thfc Till I Die, doing a Champions League special watch-along, or final watch-along, I should say, which is coming tonight from Wembley Stadium in London, between the multi-Champions League champions of Real Madrid and the German once-time winners of the Champions League, Borussia Dortmund. So joining me tonight, at the moment anyway, is Tequila. And Dermot will be along lately. So shortly, how are you, Tequila? Looking forward to this one?
Yeah, mate. Hopefully Dortmund can do the unthinkable, I suppose, and upset the apple cart, eh?
Yeah, I'm always one for the underdog. I like to see Dortmund win this. And I'm just thinking that tonight is the 5th anniversary of our one and only appearance in the Champions League final in Madrid, when we were robbed after 22 seconds by that ridiculous penalty decision. But let's hope there's nothing contentious tonight. And I hope to God the referee now tonight is fair and equitable and isn't trying to push things in Real Madrid's favour, because there has been sort of allegations over the years that the favourites like the favourites to win these competitions. But anyway, Wembley is looking really, really good. Full house, obviously. Yeah, Dortmund have got they've recreated their wall on one end of the pitch there with all the yellow and black scarves and shirts on. Real Madrid a bit more bland in their white, but yeah, I mean it should be a good game now. I don't think it's going to be as one-sided as a lot of people think, because Real Madrid, like the likes of Bellingham, and he's only 20. You know, playing a league final like this, it's
big game
tough.
For that, isn't it?
Big game for him, yeah. And anyway, we'll see what happens. And just see who's in the chat. Boris Briss is in the chat. Hey, Boris.
Hey, Boris.
Boris is saying, seems the Champions League match for the first time in a while ain't been streamed on YouTube like it has in the past few times. Yeah, I'm surprised at that. It doesn't seem to be on many terrestrial TVs at all. Now, in Ireland here, we've got it on our national TV, all right, but it's also on pay-per-view as well. So, you know, when I say pay-per-view, I mean the subscription channels. So yeah, have you managed to get a look at it yet, Tequila? Are you?
I'm still having a look for it, mate.
All right. I like the picture.
You like the document? Yeah, I just.
And,
I'm still trying out stuff, so yeah, I'm just trying out stuff.
Yeah, that's very nice, actually. And Ian,
trust me, it's all better looking than the real version of me. I'd rather look like this.
Well. Team's just gone up on the screen now. A few Slotterback Hummels. Emre Can used to play for Liverpool. Sabitzer, who we were interested in for a while, is playing as well. And I'd just be interested to see the Real Madrid side. I haven't seen the teams already, but I presume Luka Modric is on the bench. I don't think he's starting. And the referee...
What career mod does he have to still be in? Oh.
I don't know. I know he was supposed to be leaving Madrid. Did he extend his contract, or is he going? Would this be his last match?
I think this might be his last year. I'm not sure. Yeah. But, how old is he now? 38?
37, 38. Still a massive player, though.
Yeah, I've now got
for instant color in your offices and stunning centerpieces at your events.
Right. Yeah, hello everyone. Hope we all doing well. Now, StreamYard is having a bit of a bother tonight, so there's problems with StreamYard. There's outages all over the place on StreamYard, so we do apologise if one of us stops talking or you think we're frozen. It's not our internet. It's nothing to do with our equipment. It's to do with StreamYard.
Who's got a picture at the moment? Who's got a picture?
I have. I've got all the Real Madrid team coming up now. I can't pause my telly for them. I
want to synchronize it when so we're on the same.
Yeah.
So when I stop. Well, I'll stop. I'm usually ahead of you, so I'll stop when I start, and then you can tell me what.
Yeah. Now, guys, the teams are either side of me, of course, for the game. We've got the Dortmund team, we've got the Real Madrid team. I am sorry, I'm a Dortmund fan tonight. I do not want Real Madrid to win this. I really don't. I don't care.
That makes three of us.
I don't care
We're all going
who
for Dortmund.
plays for them.
We're all going for Dortmund.
Yeah, I don't care who plays for them, what they are. I cannot stand Ancelotti. I think he is a arrogant son of a gun. And I just don't like Real Madrid. I think that some of their players are arrogant. Some of their players are just don't like them.
Hang on, almost ready to start though. So where are you at the minute?
They're changing it. The Dortmund play.
Right, it started now, so I paused.
Their fans and just applauded them, and then they're going back into their own half.
Right, well, I've started. I've started.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I've got to turn off my. Sorry. Now my TV keeps freezing. My other monitor and Sky Go, so I don't know what's happening. So let me take. I know what I was doing. Sorry. Now usually I'm quite sorted out for this watch along, but for today I've just been having one of those days when everything goes wrong.
No, it's my fault really for not being able to get a good stream, but it's all sorted now for me, damn it.
Why is that not working? There we go. We're off, Philip. Sorry, we're off.
Still not
where you kicked off now. 5, 6, 7 seconds.
I'm 10 seconds now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Why not hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you, Damo. Can you hear us?
Out loud.
I'll send him a chat. Jesus, what's he? Anyway, Edin Terzic is the Dortmund head coach. Very relaxed looking with his jumper and his folded arms here.
Always had a soft spot for Dortmund, you know.
What's what?
I've always had a soft spot for Dortmund.
Yeah, I like them. I like them. They, I think that they're, of course, they're big. Their stand, South Stand in their stadium was the inspiration for our South Stand.
I like the kit, and I like how they do.
All you can see is yellow in the crowd. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's like 15 million wasps have descended on Wembley.
Right.
They bring for a lot of good young players as well.
Right.
Yeah,
tech problems. Where are you, Philip, with the game?
It's 1 minute 29 seconds.
Yeah, exactly what's on my scoreboard as well. So we're spot on. Yeah, having a lot of tech issues today. Sorry, guys.
You guys are at 129, are you? Well, you were.
Yeah.
151 now, 152.
Okay, somehow I'm 20 seconds ahead of you. Don't ask me to explain that.
Right.
I'll try and pause it and sync up.
Yeah.
Let me know when you get to 2 minutes 10 or something.
Hang on, 2 minutes 9, 2 minutes 8, 2 minutes 9, 2 minutes 10 now.
Okay.
Right in. Yeah, we're having an issue with YouTube at the moment. They've basically demonetized us for we don't know why. We still don't know why, and they won't tell us. Now we're trying to sort it out. So any memberships have been paused now. We are trying to resume it as quickly as we can, but in the meantime, I will put the link in for our Patreon channel. It's another way at the moment you can support us, but it's not nothing you've done or anyone. It's YouTube being YouTube, and I don't know why. And it's it's. As I said to Tequila earlier, it got me to the point where
Real Madrid. Whoops.
It got me to the. I went out. It got me to the point where I wanted to give up YouTube today. But I was going to give it all to Philip. I was going to pack the whole thing in myself, but I've decided not to. But I'm just so fed up with this whole YouTube thing. It's really peeved me off.
It's demoralising. I know it is.
I'm saying nothing. Anyway, nothing much happening in the game. Anyway, there's 3.5 minutes gone. And
Yeah, not yet.
It's gonna
good to see that both teams playing in their rightful colours as well. Like, so many teams change in the Champions League, but it's good to see the original colours.
Yeah,
Modric on
Real
the bench.
Madrid course all them. Sorry, Philip. Go ahead. Sorry.
So Modric on the bench for his last game for Real Madrid. He's the only reason of any sort of half feeling for Real Madrid is Luka Modric, But I mean, you'd like to see him go out on a high. But that being said, I still want Dortmund to win the match.
You know what? I'd still take Modric today. I'd love to have him on the bench for us.
Even if he came in on the coaching staff, what could he teach those midfielders?
Yep.
And Real Madrid passing it around here in midfield. Now they're moving it out left.
Philip, I'm having tech issues here, so listen, I'm going to buy out and let you and Philip, let you and Tequila do the watch along. I'm having issues here with my headphones and that, so I need to look into why. So I'll let you go out and I'll seek and I'll sort this out. If I can try to come on for halftime, I will, but I leave it to you and Tequila. So sorry about that. It's just my headphone lead keeps dropping out, and I don't know why. So I need to investigate why. Because we're going to keep talking over each other, and that's not good for a watch along. So, all right, guys, I'll be in the background, but I'll try when I fix it. I'll pop back on. Sorry about that.
Right. Anyway, let's have a look. See who's in the chat there while the game is kind of in a bit of a lull period. Yeah, and that's what Dermot has just transcribed. I don't want to say too much on the subject, but the way YouTube have treated us is like this. Say you were arrested by the police, right? And they won't tell you what you've been arrested for. And they bring you to court, and they still won't tell you what you've been arrested for. They will not tell us what we've done wrong. You expect, how can you fix something when you don't know what's been done wrong? It's probably a copyright issue, but all they have to do is tell us, and we'll fix it. But they won't. They're hiding behind. I don't know what they're hiding behind. And we're not alone. I've been doing a bit of research, and an awful lot of people have had the same problem with YouTube. So if you listen to YouTube, get your finger out. Anyway, corner to Dortmund.
It's true.
And cleared. Whoops.
Hey, Ian, how we doing?
Sorry, I'll carry on with the chat here. SH Spurs 1 is saying, as a Tottenham fan, I also can't stand Real Madrid. The club has no heart, no soul, and it's for people that believe no money either. Anyway,
yeah.
And S1 Spurs again said, it'll be funny if Sancho wins. Yeah, imagine being the most productive row he ever had with his manager. He'd be at Man United, don't even Ten Hag, And again, I do show S1 Spurs, SH Spurs 1 is saying, I do like Dortmund. I just can't ever like Real Madrid. Yeah, that seems to be, fairly much the common thread tonight. And Ian has said, I might request a refund and don't want them having it. Well, they have it already now, so they're just not allowing any further ones, And the Dubs are battering Carl. God, I was hoping that wouldn't happen. Jared, put the score in the chat with you, because I just can't get to my phone in the minute to check that out. I was afraid that might happen. And Ian S saying, glad you decided to stay on. Well, then, as you say, as Winston Churchill said, we would fight them on the beaches. We're not giving up. Anyway,
so funny you said that, Phil. I was watching a World War II documentary last night. Funny you brought that up.
Oh right, yeah. Funny. I don't know if anyone's got Apple TV, but if you've watched that, the Masters of the Air, it's the third in the Band of Brothers trilogy. It's very, very good. It's about the U.S. Air Force in Britain during the Second World War. It's really excellent.
About like the Battle of Britain and everything.
Well, it's beyond that. It's 1943 and 44. It's when they're actually bombing Germany.
No, it's when they're on the offensive.
Yeah, on the offensive. Yeah, it's very, very good. But it was like cannon fodder. They were losing men like, I don't know, planes getting shot down every night of the week. But very true to life. Good story.
Yeah.
And Boris Britt again. It's come on, Dortmund. I think we're all for Dortmund tonight. I don't think anybody's going for Real Madrid. But it's a very cagey opening. I mean, they're just tapping the ball around in midfield. There's nothing really, no offensive work going on at all here. And
no, so far there's not been that much really to talk about, has there really? Bit of a slow start.
Boris again says, "Oh, what's going on? Is the Madrid players getting it given players?" Yeah, I suppose it's a bit of much after you coming into it tonight.
Yeah.
So it's Germany. What that's had two finalists. The finalists in the Europa League, of course, Leverkusen lost that, and now they've got this. I'd say they've just about calmed down in Athens after Wednesday night, with Olympiacos winning the conference. I believe
That's
it was
a big win for them. It's a big win.
It was
for
a
them.
huge win. It was big, made bigger by the fact that they won it on their rivals in the rival stadium.
Yeah,
It's
just
really
add
was
extra
the Champions League final at the Emirates and winning it. You know, I think they played in AEK's ground always.
Fair play, yeah.
Dortmund.
Would you take any of these players from Dortmund for Spurs, Phil? Sancho, would you take Sancho if he goes back to United?
Yeah, but he's going to be off limits, so really, isn't he? You know. Yeah, you know, I know more about the defensive players they've got than the attacking ones. Shuttle, whatever you call them, shuttlecock, shuttleback, or Studeback, whatever you call him. He's a good player.
Yeah.
The goalie, I don't know much about. Emre Can is a good midfielder, but again, he's been around the house. He's probably a bit old for our project.
Yeah.
And plus Real Madrid are going to be strengthened by Kylian Mbappe coming to them now. Oh, no, he's not giving a free kick. Looked like obstruction there, but not given by the Slovenian referee. So,
Dortmund certainly is a prize package for this year. I don't think anyone was expected to get this far. Where did they finish in the German league?
PSG in the semi-final. That was unexpected.
I think did they finish third in the Bundesliga this year?
No. Stuttgart came second.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich came third. I think Dortmund finished fifth.
Wow.
I think they qualified again because the fifth team gets into the Champions League.
Yeah, because
because thank you West Ham, Liverpool, Villa, etc. etc.
Germany did really well, didn't they, this year?
Yeah. It was well done, lads. We kept Spurs out of the Champions League. Okay, so maybe someone can answer me this question. I've been trying to find out the answer on YouTube and I can't, or anywhere I can't find it. You see, Chelsea finished sixth in the league, right? Oh, not Chelsea. Sorry, Man United get the sixth place spot by virtue of winning the cup. Do they go straight into the leagues, or do they have to qualify? I know we go straight into the league bases in September, but I'm just wondering: does the team that finished sixth or whatever have to go through the qualifying route? And I hope to God they do, because that means having bringing them back early for the new season. Yeah. So if anybody knows the answer to that, I'd love to hear it. I haven't been able to find it out anywhere I've looked.
Boris is saying they go into the league. Ian S is saying bring back the Fox Tech. It was making my stream buffer of watching the match, so that's why I've had to turn off the Fox, because I think it was taking too many computer resources. If it wasn't a watch along, I'd have the Fox. So it's affecting my stream. That's why I've turned the Fox off, Ian, because it's affecting my stream.
Well, Ian's sort of saying here, I can't believe you're looking so. They are. The foxy look is catching.
I'll bring back the Fox.
Yeah. YouTube, I get shits for doing that to people. Phil, I've seen loads of people struggle with having this issue. Yeah, I've researched it. There's a lot of it. I read one particular site with over 1 million followers has been demonetized, and they can't get it back. So it's that I'm sure that's sort of following. There's a lot of money involved.
Yeah.
And Boris is saying, I'm just not going for Madrid since I seeing them win. So can't bear to see them winning their 15th Champions League. Yeah, I know. So they won the champ when the Champions League was started the first, or the European Cup as it was then. So they won it year after year. Oh my God, Dublin 4-11, Cavan 7 points. Anybody that doesn't have a clue what I'm talking about there, it's the Irish Gaelic football match. It's like the same thing as the FA Cup. It's our version of the FA Cup, and Dublin. You get 3 points for a goal, so that's 23 points to 7 they're winning by. So you can see that's quite a comprehensive win. And anybody not living in Dublin always wants the Dubs to lose. Anyway, Ian S saying, bring back the Fox. Fox Tech. Oh yeah, we've done that one.
Now I know that demand is there for the Fox, Phil. I'll have to make sure I bring it back.
There's a chance for Dortmund. Oh, nearly.
That was close.
He should have scored. He just couldn't seem to sort his feet out there. Ball came up, a long punt ball forward from the halfway line. He's onside, runs onto it, actually controls it really well, knocks it across. No, that was a great chance. He put it 6 yards wide when he shouldn't have really done that.
You got to take these chances. A team like
Madrid,
Madrid, you got to take these chances.
Yeah. So that's the first real shot fired in anger now in the game, and it came from Dortmund after 13, 14 minutes.
Yeah, it has been a slow start. It has been
slow start. That might generate a bit of excitement now. Sancho is on too much, and his attitude will be an issue. Just like Rashford, their attitude is horrid. Yeah, but he certainly doesn't seem to have got on with Ten Hag, who wouldn't have struck me as the hardest person in the world to get on with. But some of these players have egos the size of Manchester, you know.
Well, Sancho was obviously given a lot very quickly, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Oh, another shot by Real Madrid, gone way over the bar. Yeah,
just over.
Just a bit of. I was listening to another one of the Brian Clough stories today. Don't know if anybody's heard. There's an ex-referee talking on TikTok about it, but he told the one today about when Wimbledon came to play at Nottingham Forest in about 1988. You know, just when they were becoming the crazy gang, and apparently they were the first team to use a ghetto blaster in the dressing room, and all the Forest players were and all they could hear was just boom, boom, boom coming out of the next door. So Brian Clough sent one of the assistant managers down to get them to switch the music down a bit. So Vinnie Jones opened the door anyway, and Mr. Jones and Mr. Clough would like, could you put the music down? Oh, no problem, Mrs. Vinnie said, go back and turns the music down. By the time your man gets back to the Forest dressing room, the music's on again, but twice as loud as it was the first time.
I know.
So he sends it down again. And the same thing happens, right? So the third time it happens, Brian Clough goes down, knocks on the door. This is 10-3 on a Saturday. Knocks on the door. Vinnie Jones opened. Brian Clough walks straight past him, walks to the ghetto blaster, and bangs it, smashes it up against the wall. He says, now play your fucking music, he says.
So I miss those days. So it was a little bit before my time.
Classic. Oh, brilliant. There's so many of those stories going around, you know.
Brian Clough was one of a kind, mate.
The Mark Crossley apparently had a bad game in an FA Cup game. So Brian Clough said, I want you at my house at 9:30 in the morning with your boots. And Crossley turns up the next morning at Clough's house, and the wife makes him a cup of tea and sits him down. He says, right, young man, he says, you were so bad yesterday. He says, I've got you a game with me cousin's team. They're playing the 5th division of Nottinghamshire, whatever it was, you know. So he had to go and play this game, non-league game or whatever for this guy. And the team he played for got fined 50 quid for fielding him as an ineligible player. And Brian Clough took it out of his wages.
That's great.
You know? Oh, so I'd like to try that with someone today's superstar, see what they do. Anyway, nearly 17 minutes gone. The nearest we've come to so far is an effort by Dortmund, which should have scored, literally, had a really good chance, but he dragged his shot wide.
Just wide of the post.
So I'll tell you, Dortmund are not overawed by it. They're
holding their own, aren't they?
They're looking the most likely team here.
Not much in it so far between them.
No, that's not. But there's. And Madrid now attacking down the left, and Vinicius. You know, isn't it gas to look at the Turkish league when Mourinho's gone to manage next season? Galatasaray won it, and there's 4 ex-Spurs players. Well, 3 ex-Spurs players and a present Spurs player who got winners' medals, league winners' medals. Davinson Sanchez, Tanguy Ndombele, Carlos Vinicius, and there's another one as well. I can't remember who it was. One of the loan players that we had a couple of years back, you know.
So Ndombele got a winners' medal.
Ndombele got a league winners' medal, yeah.
For Napoli last, and now
sitting in McDonald's. Sitting in McDonald's. Did he get one for Napoli as well? He might have done, you know.
I don't know how many times he played for Napoli. I don't know if there's a certain
amount I don't know if they used to have you have to play so many games. I'm not sure if that still counts or not. But anyway, let's go on here with the comments. SHS Spurs 1 is in Boris, but 100% agree. That's about Sancho. Yeah, I think we all agree on Sancho. And Boris Britt saying they go straight into the league. That's fair enough. Yeah, thanks, Boris, for that. I could never find that. To be honest with you, I'm a bit pissed by that. I think a team that finished 6th should have to go through the qualifying. Now, if that was also be saying exactly the opposite, but
It's true.
we're sitting pretty in 5th. And I think we have a real go at the Europa League next season. We've got a chance because there's no dropouts from the Champions League coming down.
We're one of the bigger teams.
We're going to be one of the seeded teams anyway.
Yeah.
Now, Dortmund on the attack.
I hope we take it seriously next year, Phil. I hope we do.
We didn't take the conference seriously, but then again, that was because of COVID. But it just shows you we got kicked out of the competition where I don't think it's ever happened before. I mean, we tried to get the game.
The last time against Rennes, didn't it? We couldn't get it played.
Yeah, couldn't get the team out. So that's why I'm glad it's not the conference, because let's face it, the conference. Some of the teams in the conference, we might win the conference easier, but the Europa League be a much more prestigious competition.
I think the conference is still regarded, rightly or wrongly, as a joke. It's not a joke for certain teams. If you're a team who never ever gets into Europe, then it's not a joke. But
I mean, when you look at the quality of some of the teams that were in it this season, right? I know you had Villa, just even West Ham were in the Europa League as a result of winning. If West Ham can win the conference, it's not a great competition.
Yeah. I think Villa took it seriously this year. They got to the semis.
They did. Yeah, Villa were unlucky. They could have gone all the way there.
Yeah,
they were a bit unlucky, to be honest. And
the comment by Gerard here, pretty funny. It's true. He goes, Phil, you should know by now. Everybody wins medals when they leave. It's true.
Come to that one now in a sec. Actually, see the no man you be spared the embarrassment of getting beat by Shamrock Rovers.
Well,
yes.
Yeah.
And Ian's going, sulks. And see what Boris is saying here. Sorry, Mike. He's saying so very close. I presume that was a chance to Dortmund we were talking about.
Yeah.
And Gerald O'Connor, an update on the score, 4-11 to 10 points. Oh, well, Kaplan at least come back a little bit. There's another chance for Dortmund here. The goalie, I'll tell you one thing, he's gone damn close to giving away a penalty there. If he clipped the Dortmund guy's heels, he was down. But he didn't. He kept his hand away. Courtois kept his hand away. But that's another chance where Dortmund have got through the Real Madrid defence. There's a cross coming in. Courtois flaps at it and gets it at the second attempt. Not looking too confident in goal as our T-ball, we call him.
No, he's not. He's a pretty good keeper overall, but he does have his moments.
True. And Boris is saying a City won the FA Cup, Man U would have been in the conference, instead of Chelsea being there. Yeah, Chelsea had to. Actually, Newcastle are the ones that have lost out there as well, because if they would have been in the conference, if United had lost the FA Cup, and but they're sitting pretty now, not in Europe next season, which shows you after the season they had last year, the European competition this year I think affected their league form, and they finished 8th, which is pretty poor for a team with their wealth.
Yeah, and you wonder if that's going to be Villa next year as well. It's only he's going to happen to Villa next year as well.
Yeah, well, I predicted that. I think Villa will struggle. I think they will.
They need a larger squad, obviously, a bit like us. They haven't got the in-depth.
We've got to think of the extra games next season. There'll probably be at least, because we didn't last too long in many of the competitions this year. There'll be at least 10 more games. Cross over by cleared away. Now Dortmund with a chance to break here.
Tell you what, Dortmund are having a better of it. Not by a lot, but they are.
Dortmund are looking a more assured team. They really are.
Oh,
you're probably ahead of me here, but
I am a little bit. Yeah. Sorry, I'll try and pause it again.
That's another chance.
I lost it.
Yeah, another chance there for Dortmund. That's 3 they've had. And all Real Madrid have had is actually a good tackle. Is 2 shots ballooned over the bar. Another one. It's hit the post. Oh, it stayed out.
Yeah.
Oh, how did that stay out? It rolled
They
right
should be 1-0 up.
Oh my God, they should be 1-0 up. Brilliant break. Real Madrid looking very shaky at the back. That should have been a goal. That was so unlucky.
Do you think they've underestimated him a bit, maybe?
Well, wouldn't put past them. Oh dear. That was. They haven't showed the replay yet, but another couple of inches and that was in. And Jared said, Phil, you should know by now everyone wins medals when they leave the lane. Yeah, I know, isn't it typical? Oh, there's the one that hit the post. He scoops it past the goalkeeper, beat the goalkeeper comfortably. Hits the inside of the post and rolls along the line and stays out. Oh my God.
And the thing is, Phil, they could be 2-0 up. They could actually be 2-0 up.
They should be. They could be. Yeah.
You just know what Real Madrid are like. You know that these misses are going to come back to bite Dortmund in the backside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hit the post. Yeah, Gerald Connor saying, hit the post. And can't help missing chances. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. And
Are you there, mate? You back?
Am I?
can't help missing chances. Oh dear. This is so frustrating. But Dortmund could be 3 up already.
Yeah, I know. I had to reset everything. Had to reset the whole computer so that's and I've had to take out all the UBSs and put them all back in again. It's just really frustrating. But it is still 0-0.
It is.
Yeah, but Dortmund are the better team comfortably the better team.
Yeah, they have
Well,
been.
one of the players are down at the moment getting some injury, the magic sponge on his knee. And the referee is looking. Look at them fans. There's the Real Madrid fans as well. Good atmosphere at Wembley, I take it.
We don't have the volume up, but yeah, but the Dortmund fans look like there's like a swarm of bees there.
Yeah, sea of yellow.
And of course, our friend and colleague Bobby is there tonight.
Is Bobby there?
Yeah, doing his job. We can't tell you what Bobby does, but he is there in some way of looking after the Champions League trophy. I did tell him, could he nick it and then send it over to Ireland, and us three would melt it down. Or we could send Philip Brown to tour with it.
Did you tell Bobby that's the closest him or Arsenal was going to get to the trophy?
Yeah, I think so. Real Madrid 61 possession to Dortmund's 39 ball possession. So Real Madrid have had plenty of ball, but it's Dortmund with the chances.
They've done nothing with it. It's Dortmund have been looking the dangerous team, you know.
Well, it's the same way they played against Manchester City at the Etihad. Had plenty of possession, did nothing with the ball, but still won the game. But here's Real Madrid on the attack, crosses it in. Oh, there's a mix.
Hold on, you're way ahead. You're way ahead or behind us because of that. Yeah, I think you're at least 20 seconds ahead of me.
All right. Well,
what's the first dangerous cross? Time 26:54 now. Okay.
What you want to do, mate? I'll try and pause it.
No, it's okay. I let Philip. If Philip's on time, I let Philip do. I'll just come in. Sorry.
There's Dortmund breaking again. Go on, slip it through to him. Good ball. Come on. Good save by Courtois. Headed. Oh, dear. Couldn't adjust his feet to get the header on the second one. That's another good chance for Dortmund.
Yeah. That's 3 now.
Yeah.
Right, this isn't working because I'm getting an error message all over the place. So, Philip, I'm going to have to completely come off the stream. So, for some reason, I've got to really do a deep dive into what's going on my PC because I'm getting all different kind of messages coming up.
Right.
Apart from one, would you like a drink? Which at the moment I would say, yeah, just give me a large vodka. That would do very nicely. So listen, guys, I'm going to bow out completely. Enjoy the game with Philip and Tequila. And
okay, mate.
I think we're back on Monday. Yeah. So I've just got issues here. All right. Sorry about this. But I'll let you guys. Okay. Enjoy the game.
Right.
See you later, mate.
See you later. Real Madrid cross head cleared. I think that last scare was walking Real Madrid up a bit. They seem to have got a little bit more
Pizzazz.
about their play now, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking. If Dortmund had a Harry Kane in that team, they'd be ahead by now.
I'm a bit surprised that it's nearly 30 minutes gone, and it feels like Real Madrid have only just started waking up.
Yeah, they've got a corner over this now.
Oh,
well, this is showing the chance. Good save by Courtois. Now the other side just couldn't. If he'd hung back a little bit more, that would have been straight on his head. But,
what time are you at, Phil? If you don't mind asking.
It's just gone off the screen now. The minute it's 29-16.
Okay, I'm
corner to Real Madrid.
Yeah, we're more or less synced up. I'm only a little bit ahead. I'll pause it a bit.
29, 28, 29, 29, 30.
Yeah, we're more or less the same now.
Yeah. Now Dortmund on the break here now.
On the break, yeah. They've got like 5 against 3 at the moment.
Yeah, here we go.
They've slowed it down a little bit.
Oh, no. Half-hearted appeals for a penalty there. Referee says no. This guy with the afro hairstyle, he's everywhere.
He looks like a decent player.
There was Mendy did lean in on him, but I don't think there's enough there for a penalty. That was going to be given as a penalty if it was against Manchester United or Liverpool.
Yeah, they ain't going to give it against Dortmund.
So.
Hiya, Colin Cross in chat. Just saying hello to him.
Hi, Colin. Oh, yeah. Peter Hadjias in 5:30 in the morning in Melbourne. God, you're keen. Getting up to see this.
You're watching this 5:30. Cool.
Did you get to the Spurs Newcastle game, Peter, down there when they were down on the fly-in visit?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a agricultural tackle there. Now Dortmund building again inside their own half.
Yeah, passing it back now. Going to start again.
Whoops. Nearly caught out there with a rebound. No, they're looking solid enough now. So the midfield is protecting the back four pretty well.
I think Dortmund are up for it. You can tell they've brought a lot of fans over as well.
They are. I'd say beer sales in London went through the roof the last couple of days.
Definitely. I'm assuming it's a sellout. It must be a sellout.
Oh, yeah. I'd say tickets would cost a fortune for this game.
Dortmund mainly keeping the ball at the minute in their own half, just kind of passing it about.
But Dermot mentioned earlier the thing about there is a number of companies talking to Levy about investing in Spurs. One of them, chance now for Dortmund on the left, on the right.
On the wing.
Just can't get his feet around. He's got it. And here we go. They'll probably be giving us a free kick. No, instead go. And now he's giving the free kick. What's he giving?
One of the Madrid players is down here. I thought he was waving for a pen for a sec, but no.
Yeah, same as I. Yeah. But anyway, there's rumours of a 40% stake being bought in Tottenham by an American company who also have dealings in some of the European clubs. So that will be an immense.
How would you feel about that, Bill?
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, let's face it, Levy is not going to sell up completely. So if we've got a stake, 40% of the time is a couple of million, at least, and a couple of billion, sorry, and
if Levy values the club at like 6 billion or something, doesn't he value the club at or something?
Yeah, well, that means 40% to be worth what? Yeah, 2 billion roughly, two and a half, 3 billion,
2.5, yeah.
So look at that. That would be huge, as long as it's spent wisely on players, and could be a good investment.
2 billion on players. I mean, that'd be insane.
Yeah, we'd take that. Real just run the ball out of play, and but it's going to take a few more. I'm sure anything it's early stages. It'll take a few months to sort out if it's sorted out at all. So you just have to wait.
Well, hopefully the transfer plans were already put in place a while ago, so it won't. If it doesn't go through, then hopefully it won't affect anything.
I think and just given the goalie was a bit. Oh, hang on, that's a nasty challenge. That is nasty.
The keeper's pretty hurt there.
He's booked him. I think the keeper's now looking for a nomination for best actor in the Oscars, but he's still got a bit of a whack from Vinicius. I think it is. Sabitra's having a go with him.
It's not a red though. I think it's yellow. I don't think it's
red. Just watch it here now as he comes through. The goalie was lucky to smuggle the ball away from him, and I tell you, if he'd have connected with his leg, that was a red. Watch how close his leg comes to him. He stamps on his foot.
Yeah.
But if he caught him on the ankle, that was a red all day long. He was lucky. The goalie knew that, and that's why he's making such a meal of it.
He's trying to get it.
I'm not even sure he's holding the same leg that got hit. It was the other one. It was the other one.
They do go to amateur dramatics classes. I'm convinced that they do.
That's the thing. Like the nomination for best actor is,
a yellow card for
Vinicius Jr. has been booked. So 35 minutes gone, still no goals, and
35 minutes gone, and not really a clear-cut chance for Madrid. And I'd say that Dortmund's had three or four?
Three good chances, maybe four.
Yeah.
And SH Spurs is saying again, City would have got that as a penalty in a Premier League game. Probably has, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or Liverpool certainly would have. And Colin is saying Bellingham is so like Zidane. He will be, I think. He's only 20.
Oh, that's
across the neck. Well, I think there was a bit of contact, Colin, but not as much as warranted the theatrical dive. So I'm thinking back to, I think it was a champion or a Charity Shield game, very aptly named Charity Shield between Liverpool and Leeds. I think it was back in the 70s when Johnny Giles floored Kevin Keegan with a right hook. Those were the days.
Did you get? I'm assuming you didn't get away with it.
Oh, I think he was sent off for it. I think he was anyway. But those were the days, like the likes of Norman Hunter and Chopper Harris. They wouldn't last 5 minutes in the present day game. Not 5 minutes.
No, it's become almost non-contact now, isn't
it?
Not
a contact sport anymore, really. Okay, you don't want to see any thumping, over the top tackles, but a little bit of physicality isn't what's needed.
Yeah, it's coming out of most games. It's not just football, Phil. It's coming out of nearly all sports.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It's becoming non-contact.
That's true. Like I remember when I started going to football matches first when I was a kid, you're allowed to charge the goalkeeper. You could literally, when the goalkeeper got the ball, he was fair game. You could barge him, you could shoulder charge him, you could do everything. That's why goalies got rid of the ball so quickly in the old days, because they didn't want the likes of Bobby Smith jumping down on him. And Bobby Smith was notorious for it. He was the most feared centre forward in Britain for knocking goalies into the back of the net.
He struck fear into the hearts of all the keepers, did he?
Yeah, he did actually. Yeah, the famous story was Spurs' first ever game in Europe in 1962 or 61, actually, after the double year. They were playing Górnik Zabrze of Poland, and a winter's night in Warsaw. I presume it was in Warsaw, or wherever the Górnik playing. And Spurs got beat, I think 3-0, 3-1. They were well beaten anyway. But the game was over. Bobby Smith went up to the goalkeeper, put his finger up in front of his nose, and he said, London, you'll get yours in London. Now, he doesn't know how good the goalie's English was, but in the first 2 minutes of the second leg, Bobby Smith had him in the back of the net. We won 8-1. So it worked. Right. He petrified that poor keeper. So that was the early days of time. That was the year that we were done out of winning the European Cup by a corrupt referee who disallowed a goal against Benfica for offside. It wasn't offside in the semi-final. Those were the days.
Shout out to Erwin in the chat. Sorry to hear about your knee, mate. Hopefully,
you
get what's saying, bro.
Hope
How
you're
did
well.
you
Sitting
hurt,
in the
how
hospital
did
with
you
a
hurt your
smash knee.
knee?
Oh God!
How did you hurt,
I hope
you
Bobby
hurt
Smith
on-
wasn't around.
Yeah.
How did that happen? God, that's terrible.
Wasn't in a football match, was it, mate? You didn't go in too hard with a tackle or anything.
Yeah, God, let us know how you are. We'll I hate to see hear of anybody in the hospital. You know. Dortmund coming down the right again, smashes the ball in, and it's gone out for a throw. And Colin Cross saying Franny Lee and Norman Hunter were epic fight. Yeah, they had a few run-ins in their time as well, you know. And I always remember a story too. I know it's a bit on topic about the toughness of some of the defenders. And this is back way before my time. When Jimmy Greaves was a 17-year-old playing for Chelsea, he went up to Bolton to play a match. And Bolton was a rough and tumble team. Someone's getting booked here now for arguing with a ref. Oh dear. Slaughterback. Anyway, the teams were lined up for a kick. That was a dive by Vinicius. That's a dive.
You better be careful. He's already on one yellow.
He should be off. I can see why the Dortmund guys are so annoyed by that. That's a very poor refereeing decision there. I mean, VAR should be looking at that. Oh dear. But anyway, the teams were lined up, and Bolton with their army type haircuts, tight haircuts, and big heavy boots and everything, you know. And they used to be linebackers, wing backs, and fullbacks in those days. So the fullback says to the wing back, says to him, "What'll I do if this young lad, this Greaves fella, gets past me?" And the fullback says back to him, "Don't worry, I'll chip him down to you. I'll chip him back to you." Jimmy was warned he was in for a kick in that game, you know.
I feel like I was born a little bit too late.
Yeah.
I think I would have enjoyed those characters.
Yeah. But it's a bit sanitized at the minute because you can do nothing unless you're pulled up for it. Got away with murder in those days. Now it's Dortmund coming down the left again. Now the chance for a shot. A good save by Courtois. That was a bit more routine, but I think the ball must have moved in the air because he made it look more difficult than it probably was. Shot from Sabitzer.
Took a little bit of a deflection, but he saw it just in time.
Which is some very minor deflection, yeah. But it was bouncing awkwardly. He just kind of pushed it around.
Yeah.
That's another good chance for Dortmund.
They've definitely been the better team. I don't think there's any argument about that.
Yeah. And Gerard O'Connor final score, Dublin 5-17. Oh my God. Oh dear. I wouldn't mind, but my son-in-law and my grandson are here, and my grandson, to my eternal shame, is wearing a Dublin GA shirt at the minute because they live in Dublin. Cross coming in. He's only 4, so I'll give him.
He's only 4. Yeah. Cut him some slack on that one.
And Erwin saying, "Crashed the motorbike. It could have been more." Oh God. Yeah. As your bike wrecked, Erwin? God, that's tough. At least, thank God you came out of one piece anyway, or nearly in one piece.
Yeah, you know, I've been there, and I crashed. I crashed my motorbike when I was like 19. To be honest, it was so bad that I kind of have not really been on one since. I was like, nah, this ain't for me. After I crashed mine, so
the only experience I ever had a motorbike was that I used to have a Honda 50, which most people wouldn't even class as a motorbike. But anyway, got me around. Dortmund coming again, and another clearance. That's a free kick to Real Madrid. And Colin Cross is saying, "My first pair of boots had steel toe caps." Another booking. My God, this guy's getting the referee's getting trigger happy now with the cards. It's a bit sort of good.
Yeah, it's another one.
Now Colin in the match with a pair of steel toe caps on them, you know. Oh. And Gerard is saying, "Phil, was Red Collier as hard." Red Collier. I can't seem familiar with that name, Gerard.
Red Collier.
As hard as Norman Hunter and Chopper Harris. Norman Hunter and Chopper Harris they used to call Norman Hunter Norman Bites Your Legs Hunter. Now he was on that Leeds team. Whereas I don't know if you've seen the film, the Damned United, about Brian Clough. Keep going on about Brian Clough, but when he took over Leeds, he told them to throw all their medals in the bin and all this in the bin because they cheated to win them, you know.
Wow.
And they hadn't played fair. And Norman Hunter was a good player, but by God, he was tough. He really was.
I haven't seen that, you know, the damn United. I've got to watch it.
It's a brilliant film. It's really, really good. The guy that plays Clough is more like Clough than Clough is. Really good.
He does that good a job.
Yeah, Michael Sheen. He played Tony Blair in the film about the Queen, but Diana's death.
Oh, Michael Sheen, what Charlie Sheen's dad.
Sheen,
Michael Sheen, yeah.
Nothing to Martin Sheen now, but he's an English actor.
Yeah.
So we're getting nearly the half time here, lads. 44 minutes gone, no goals, 3 bookings, I think, and Dortmund still in the ascendant as regarding chances. And Irwin is saying here, I was going to sell it anyway as I bought a new car because we're expecting our first child in July. Oh, congratulations. So that's the end of motorbikes. Anyone want to buy a crash car?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to put a baby seat in the back of a motorbike. Oh, God.
Yeah, one of those, what are they called? What are they called when there's a little cart next to it? What are they called? It's a motorbike and then there's a little...
Yeah, little trailer behind it, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, get well soon, Owen, anyway, you know. And congratulations again on the new arrival.
Yeah.
Another Spurs fan, but get the Tottenham baby grows in early before the, you know. Anyway, Gerald O'Connor saying, where would you place Charlie Hurley in order of Irish greats as he was given the title of the greatest Sunderland player ever to wear the jersey? Now, I don't remember. I know I'm familiar with him. I don't remember. I never saw him play. He's just a little bit ahead of my time. But I do, yeah, he was a really, really good player. And the fact that he got Sunderland's best player ever just shows you how good he was. And he was an old school centre half, didn't take any prisoners, and was a stalwart for the Irish team back in the, I'd say, late 50s and early 60s, you know. But a good player. I'm not sure if he's still alive. I'd say he probably isn't. And Irwin is...
You're welcome, Irwin. Get well, mate.
Michael Sheen is Welsh. Oh, sorry, Colin. I should have said British actor. Sorry, I didn't realise he was Welsh.
I got mistaken as well. I thought you meant Martin. Yeah, Michael Sheen. Okay, I'm completely off.
Yeah, it's not the American, not Charlie Sheen.
I was thinking of Martin Sheen. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's Michael. He's a very good character actor. And a very good, honourable Welshman as well, Colin. Sorry about that. And Michael Sheen, Welsh. I heard that one already. And Michael Sheen.
To answer your question,
I'm getting really told off now. I'll have to be. It's like people were calling when what's his name? What do you call him? Oh God, the Irish guy that won the actor for Jesus, my mind's gone dead. Won the Oscar. Cillian Murphy. Thanks. Couldn't think of his name there. He was classed a British actor. He ain't. He's from Ireland, so we're claiming him. But he was a British actor for a while when he won the Oscar.
Well, he's called Cillian. Of course, he's not. That's Irish. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I think the fact that he played Tommy Shelby in Peaky Blinders probably thinks he's from Birmingham, but he's not. He's from Cork.
He's done a number of films. First time I saw him was I think in a film called Sunshine. I saw him. He was in.
He did a few good films.
28 Days Later. You've heard of that?
Yeah, he did Red Eye as well. Was another one. He did.
The one on the plane. Yeah, Yeah. He was in Batman. He was in one of the Batman films as well. I think.
Okay. And then I still think Tommy Shelby is his best performance though. In Peaky Blinders, and they're making a film of that at the moment, so that will be good.
Well, we are coming up to half time. There's 3 minutes, I think, of injury time left.
Yeah, so it's coming up to the 4. Yeah, it's about a minute and a half to go. Is Dortmund down the left again? Shoots it across, and it's gone out for a corner, I think.
It's probably going to be probably going to be 0-0, but Dortmund certainly had the best of it.
They have. And Urban saying, guys, is it true the Spurs are putting a 60 million bid for Eze? I know he's on the radar. I don't know whether they've actually bid for him or not. Because there's going to be a lot of journalists sitting around making up stories at the minute, you know, just to keep the things rolling. So I take just the minute, you know. When we hear transfer speculation, we're pretty sure it's going to happen, so we bring it to you here first, and we haven't heard anything officially yet.
I'd imagine Spurs would be in for him, and the only problem is that there's probably going to be bigger fish in for him.
There'll be a lot of teams in for him. Although, he might want to stay in London, which is a big thing,
That's true.
And Michael Sheen was on Swansea's books. That's correct. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. And he played David Frost in the Nixon film. That's right. That's true.
Yeah.
And Gerard O'Connor again. What about the great Welsh wizard John Charles of Leeds United? He was the first legend to play in the Italian league. He was indeed. Yeah, he was. He was a trailblazer. He went to play in Italy in the late 50s or early 60s, I think. It was before Jimmy Greaves went there. But yeah, he was a great player, great Welsh player. There we are, half time, folks.
Yep.
And Dortmund 0, Real Madrid 0. And it's Dortmund will be disappointed not to be in the lead, but they'll also be very happy that Real Madrid haven't really tested them too much.
Yeah. You got to imagine, though, Phil, that Real Madrid will probably get their act together in the second half. They're going to get
you think so. Yeah, you would think so. It's just one of those half-time team talks now is going to be so important.
Yeah.
To see who can, get the team to go that extra yard to try and win this match. It wouldn't surprise me if this went extra time. It really wouldn't.
No, it could easily. If Real Madrid come out like they did the first half, then it could be a long night for them.
Could be. And we'll have to wait and see. I think I don't know who there was a rock band on the stage before the game started. I don't know who they were now, but they look pretty energetic. And I don't know what the halftime.
Yeah,
I don't know what the halftime entertainment will be at the match now, but I'm sure they'll have something. Well, they're all going off buying their overpriced beers and gin and tonics in the bar.
Well, imagine how much they're going to cost. I don't even want to think about how much it's going to cost for a drink.
I know. I'm just going to nip downstairs to get a drink. Talking of that made me thirsty now. I'll be back up in a second, okay? Just keep it rolling all there. Right. And then...
Let's see what we got in the chat then. What have we got? Oh, I think Phil's answered that one. I haven't been a fan of football anywhere near as long as Phil has, so you're looking at about 28 years for me. So I came into it like in the late 90s. Colin Cross, played David Frost in this one. Didn't he do that Doffenheiner as well? Is that what it's called? Wasn't he in that as well? SH Spur 81. Sorry, my eyesight. SH Spurs 1. A winger shouldn't be our priority. Who do you think we should be our priority then, dude? Give me a name. Well, give me a position first, I suppose, and then give me a name who you think it should be. While Phil was downstairs. Colin Cross. Charles went to Juve. He is a legend that Bobby Robson said he was the best he had seen play. Picked for a world team at centre-half and centre-forward. Only play ever. Yeah, see, I didn't really come into football until just before we won our League Cup with Alan Nelson's long shot versus Leicester. It's literally one of the first games I kind of saw. And of course, me thinking, we've won a cup. This is the first of many. And then, of course, in the meantime, we've only won one other League Cup with Woodgate's header from Wandy Ramos. That's it. As for Eze, I mean, how much do you think he's worth, Erwin? To answer, to go back to your point. Do you think 60 million is a fair price? Or 60 million euros you put, so what, 50 million? Would you say that would be enough? They might want more than 50 million for him. Especially if it ends up being a bid and more. 1958 was your first game, Colin. Wow. You were lucky enough to actually see us win the league then. And then saw the relegation as well. So you've really seen it all. Fair play, mate. All I've got to see is 2 Coca-Cola cups. Colin Cross, Easy is a must. Easy, sorry. I think there's other players other than him, but it would be great to get him. But to be honest, we should have gone for him last year. Because I think we were kind of looking at him last year as well. We might have got him last year because I don't think the bigger clubs are really looking at him. So we could have actually got a march on last year. think we might have left it a bit too late, unfortunately, with him. I think there's just going to be bigger clubs in for him, like Liverpool, for example. I think Liverpool would love to get him, especially if Salah goes. Dermo said, something was making my PC run hot, sorry. And the last week with YouTube just pissed me off. Yeah, I know it's been a bad week in that way, mate. So, yeah, take a couple of days off. Yep, transfer window, 2 weeks, more or less, 14th, isn't it? So 2 weeks today. So far, we've got Timo Werner, which has cut the fan base in two, really. I'm not sure where you guys stand on it. I think I stand on it a little bit differently than Dermo does. I personally am not enamored with that signing, but I'm going to wait to judge it until the whole transfer window is finished, and then I'll make a judgment on it. Like, if we're going to save money so we can spend real big on the number 9 that we really do need, then I'll accept the fact that Timo Werner has been brought in for competition for Sonny, even though I don't think he's much competition for Sonny, but he's his son. But if it ends up being that we go into the season with Timo Werner as fighting for the left wing with Sonny, then I think that's a mistake. But he does fit the profile what Ange seems to want on the wings. He wants pace on the wings. That's why he brought in Brennan Johnson, I guess, because he's another pace merchant. So I know like Dermo likes Brennan Johnson, but I'm not that impressed with him. I don't think he's terrible, but probably could be paid over the odds for him, obviously. We paid at least probably 20 million too much for him, which isn't the kid's fault, obviously, but it is what it is. So Ange likes those kind of players on the wing. It's all right, Phil.
Yeah, Grant. Sorry, I was just chatting to the missus back. She's just back from a GA match, and
I'm going to take a 2-minute break as well if you want to.
Yeah, well, thanks. I'll keep the chat going. How far did you get on the chat?
Oh, I was just talking about the Ease transfer. Really, I was just talk about any transfers in. So I was just saying that I brought up the Werner debate a little bit and see what the guys think. So see what they say about Werner. Hope it doesn't explode the chat because I mentioned Werner.
All right. Okay. No, it's.
I'll
keep it clean. I'll keep it clean. I think these might have been up before, but Collins in 1958 was my first game. He's saying Easy is a must. Yeah, good player. He came from QPR to Palace, as far as I remember. So he has a liking for London clubs. So let's hope that continues. And this is a Dermot's computer breaking down. Ian saying, understandable, Dermot. Hope you feel better soon. Don't let the bar stewards get you down. That's right. Or as my daughter keeps saying, it's a common saying in Dublin at the minute. When you don't want to say the real word, you just say, see you next Tuesday. Anyway, we'll work that one out. Colin Cross saying, I think getting Kane back is something I would like. I think that might be a divisive opinion, Colin. He is coming back on the 10th of August for the friendly match. It would be nice to see him back at the ground again, but I can't see him coming back. I'd like to see him back myself, but maybe not just yet. I don't think Bayern will. He's got something to prove at Bayern. He hasn't done it yet. Dermot saying thanks, Ian, been a long season. And Spurs 1 is saying we need a second left back, another centre back and striker. I'm not arguing with you there. I think you can also add their creative midfielder as well. I think if we got those 4 in, I think we'd be quite happy. As long as we got rid of some of the driftwood or the deadwood or whatever you want to call it. Ian is saying, I'm sure it sure has done. We've done stellar work, all of you, and it's appreciated. Well, thanks, Ian. Thanks. Dermot does the bulk of the work for me. I literally just come in on show night and get on with it, but he does all the nuts and bolts behind the scenes and deserves a great credit for that. And Dermot again, I said, thank you, Ian. You're very kind. You appreciate all of you. The reason we keep going. Yeah, that's it. No show without the audience. And Colin is saying, I think changing to a back 3 would great Drago, Cutie, Van der Vee would be awesome. It would. It probably doesn't suit the style that Ange wants to play in the team, though. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a good suggestion, but whether it'll actually come to fruition, I don't know. What I would like to see is maybe not to be just quite so rigid in the formation, is to have a plan B that would allow for a back 3 in certain games where you know that that's going to be required. So we'll see how things adapt and develop next season. And Colin said, I think changing to a back three would be great. Drago, yeah, I've got that one, sorry. And I think that's all the chat. Not quite. And Jared is saying, well, Stan Cullis, one of the greatest managers, Phil, was he before your time? Shankly gave him great praise and Stan was a gentleman. Yeah, Stan Cullis, now, when I was a kid, would have been just coming towards the end of his time. I think he was a manager at Wolves. I think he was managing more. Now, again, I'm up with a suggestion on this. I think he might have been Wolves manager when we played them in '72 in the UEFA Cup final. Now, I'm not sure. He certainly was managing them in the '60s. He was a good manager. Like the managers that were around in those days were good. Even though he had Bertie Mee at Arsenal, you had Matt Busby at United, Joe Mercer at Manchester City, Bill Nicholson at Tottenham. Was it Ted Drake? Was it Chelsea? Not quite sure. But there was Bill Shankly at Liverpool. They were kind of who was it? Evan, the guy called the Everton manager. What did she call him? He was there for years. They were all dyed in the wool, came through the ranks, footballers. Not a foreigner amongst them, if you notice. They were all English or Irish or Scottish or Welsh. And that was before the days of foreign managers coming in. And the Cullis would have been among that brew. Now, trophy-wise, I'm not quite sure what he won, but he certainly was manager for Wolves. And Owen is saying, love this channel and appreciate all that you do, guys. Long may you continue. Thanks, Owen. And again, get well soon. Colin Cross is saying, totally agree. Thank you, Colin. Now, what's this missile from Dermot here? The breaking news is the levy will get investment. MPS is one of the people that he's talking to, but any deal will be down by the end of the year. My thoughts are a takeover could be on the cards. Yeah, well, again, I think it's going to take one hell of an offer for Levy to accept it. I think he's more likely to accept a 30 or 40% stake. Do what kind of Ratcliffe has done up at United, But time will tell. As long as they back Ange in this window and don't wait for the money to come in from external sources. That's the important thing. And Oman is saying, I was just told by a friend that I got Spain in the Busca. What are my chances? Oh, that's in the European. No, Spain will always be there or thereabouts. They're usually one of the teams they'll make it to the last 4 or 8 anyway. So yeah, I think it's good a chance. I have a sneaking suspicion England are going to do well in this one, to be honest. I think at the time that England have to win the tournament soon. And I think probably the only thing that's holding them back is their manager.
I think this has got to be Southgate's last chance, Phil.
If he allowed that team to play to the talent they have in it, they'd be world beaters. But he hasn't playing him out of position, playing a tactics that don't suit the players he's got. So it is his last chance. Then he go off to United then.
Man for man, I think England do have the best squad. Man for man, I think they do.
I mean, look, you've got Bellingham, you've got Saka, even though he's Arsenal. You've got Maddison, Kane, Phil Foden. Jeez, the talent is unbelievable.
The attack, specifically the attack is insane for England.
It is.
The attack in the midfield is insane for England.
The
defense, not so much. The fullback areas, not so much. But
they're a bit weak in the fullback area. They've got Trippier and Walker. Well, let's face it, are both in their 30s, and But one thing that I cannot believe how Kyle Walker has kept his pace. And he's still the quickest.
He's a freak, isn't he?
He's not the quickest player. Van der Ven would beat him in the foot race, but he is so quick for a guy of 33.
Definitely,
he really is. And Dermot is saying Euro 24 pre-show will be coming up when we get predictions. Who's going to get it right? Yeah, it starts 2 weeks today, I think, the tournament. So we got something done before that with predictions. And Owen is saying, I think England will definitely be in the final. I wouldn't say that's out beyond the realms of possibility. I really don't. And with Spain, Owen says, yeah, Colin, you're correct. I know now. I thought after I said that Bill McGarry was the Wolves manager at the time. Stan Cullis was gone before him. And yeah, you're quite right. My apologies for saying Cullis, but it's before my time, really, even though I appear to have been around forever. Anyway. And That's all the chat. Teams will soon be out, I think, for the second half. In fact, there's Angelotti coming out now with his three-piece suit on him and his tie. He's wearing the black tie. I hope that's not if that's a bit predictive for the end result. He might be in mourning. Well, unless his team picks up, they will be. Dortmund should be out of sight at this stage, in my opinion. Purely from chances created. They haven't taken them. So I'd imagine Germany will close down for a month if Dortmund win this. Well, parts of Germany.
Some of it will.
There's Luka Modric geeing up the team coming out.
Is Modric going to get some game time tonight?
I hope he does. I'd say he will. I mean, Modric can come in and change any match. You know, he really is a game changer. You know,
brilliant player.
And here come Dortmund. You see, there's a bit of a controversy over Dortmund. They've taken on a new sponsor for next season, and they're arms manufacturers.
Really?
Hasn't done too well in some. Yeah, apparently so. Yeah. Now they're not on the shirts at the minute, but there's some reference to them around the ground. Apparently,
it is a bit weird if you're an arms manufacturer to want to invest in football, like to advertise in football. Yeah. I don't know if that's the target market.
That's true. Then again, if you're a dry cleaning company, you could be laundering your money.
That's true.
Anyway, that's a sick joke of the night. Anyway, Kyle Walker says Owen has kept this pace because he has to run away from the ex. Oh, that's a good one. Yes, indeed. And Tony Young is saying, you're dead right, Tony. Harry Catterick, that's right. And he was the Everton manager during the 60s and 70s, early 70s. Yeah, and all those guys, you know, they were with their clubs for years. It was kind of rare for teams to sack their manager like they do now. And we're starting the second half here because, I mean, let's face it, how many managers Watford been through in the last 2 years? About 7 or 8. You know, it's the chairman don't have itchy trigger fingers at the moment. If you're not successful, you're gone. Wasn't quite the same in the 60s and 70s.
No, there was more patience.
But anyway, so Real Madrid now attacking the goal to our right, which is where the I don't know where the Dortmund fans are. They're down the other end, I think. And the Dortmund have nicked the ball off them the way they go.
Seeing a couple of empty seats, so people are still not back from their toilet breaks.
Oh well, that's the usual. The prawn sandwich brigade gone for their champagne and oysters at half time. You know. So the funniest example of that I ever saw was a couple of years ago. Remember, Oliver Skipp scored his first goal for Spurs against Chelsea after 50 seconds of the second half. There was hardly anybody in the West Stand. They were all in having a drinks, you know. Now's a chance for Real Madrid. They're building down the right here. Crossed in, but poor cross, easily dealt with. And now Dortmund the break. Nice ball. There's a day. They're moving. This is a good move by Dortmund, but he's overhit that pass, I think. No, he hasn't. It's forcing the player gone wide. Sancho's had to go way wide to get this. Slips in. And that's going to be a corner to Dortmund, deflected wide. Bellingham. So starting the second half as pretty much as the first half finished. And Colin is saying, look how empty that ground is, still having the drinks. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm about a minute. Yeah, you would be, Colin. I'm afraid we're trying to synchronize. We're on different broadcasting streams here. So if you could wait for a minute, if it's a goal, just don't say anything for a minute so that we actually hit it first, you know. And corner to Dortmund. Cleared by Real Madrid and chance of the break. It's Vinicius powering down the left, and there's still hundreds of seats not filled.
No, it's still not come back from the bathroom.
Players off now because the picture has gone very, very fuzzy. And that's a free kick to Real Madrid on the edge of the penalty area. Vinicius brought down by, can't see the name of the guy. And Carl is but Jared O'Connor first. Well, Sean Fallon himself did great as he was on the team who beat the Jers in the League Cup final 7-1. Was that record win the League Cup in both teams? Sean Fallon, I think, played in the 67 European Cup, the European Cup win against Milan, I think. I think he did. Don't know much about him, Jared, now, to be honest. I know the name, but I can't claim to be an expert on him now. And Peter is saying, Erwin, my son, got motorbike license, asked me to go with him. I said, are you mad? No, hope you get better soon. Yeah. Well, everyone in the chat, show Erwin some love there. He's in hospital now with his smashed knee, which can't be easy. And Carl Simpson, good evening, gents, and hello everyone in the chat. My stream has died, so it's down to you two. Well, it's no score in a murky looking Wembley. Obviously, the Dortmund fans are letting off flares behind the goal again. And free kick to Real Madrid and punched away by the goalkeeper. Good effort, that. That was actually a shot.
Yeah, he actually got on target.
He did well there.
Yeah, the stream's been a bit difficult.
Tony Cruz
me as well,
is a bit
Carl,
dip
so.
on us. This is Tony Cruz's last match as well. He's retiring after this match.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? That's right. He said he's going to.
And who headed over the bar by... Again, it's... So Real Madrid showing a little bit of attacking intent here.
Certainly more than they did in the first
I won't spoil it if anything happens for you. Thanks, Colin. And Ian is saying, hey, Carl. And Carl is saying, back to you. And Ian is saying, get well soon, Owen. Yeah, we all say that.
Yeah.
And it's no score, Peter. You work in the 6-10. It's no score. Second half has just started. Dortmund had the better chances in the first half. Probably should have scored a couple of goals, but didn't. They hit the post. The ball rolled along the line, but stayed out. Yeah. And Real Madrid have a little bit more intent in the second half, but it's Dortmund on the attack at the moment. And
I think Madrid stepped up a little bit. They're not quite as dull as they were in the first half.
Yeah, they had more possession, but Dortmund looked the more dangerous team.
But that was a wasted effort. I think I might be ahead of you, Phil. Again,
so we'll see how long the managers leave things the way they are before the subs start coming on. That's Dortmund now, just slowing the pace down here. Good ball. Chance. Oh, blasted wide. Although that's get a deflection. Yeah, it did. It's a corner. Thinking it did. And
well, Cole Simpson's also talking about Eze as well, so maybe there is truth to it if we're all
maybe.
Hearing about it.
Peter is saying I'm stuck in ED. What's ED? Pardon my lack of knowledge on that one. And Carl is saying, you hear we're all over Eze? Well, hopefully. And I just remembered Bellingham played for Dortmund. Yes, he went to from Birmingham to Dortmund.
Yes, where he kind of made his name, didn't he? In Dortmund.
Yeah, he did. And his brother now is a Sunderland. This must be as good as he is.
What is it? Joe Bay? Is that his name?
Bellingham's brother. Yeah, he's younger brother. He's only 18, I think. He's first team regular. Peter, it's Erwin is thanking Peter. I'll be okay. Just make sure he understands how easy it is to crash them, and make sure it's always in good order. I take it he has a small bike starting off. Yeah. And Erwin saying, Carl Simpson, thank you guys. Oh, emergency department. Oh, that's where you work, Peter. All right. Sorry, I should have known that. And that's another corner for Dortmund.
Yep.
And Jared is saying, Phil, how would you rate Tony Dunn as good as Dennis Irwin, both United and Irish players? Again, Tony Dunn would have been around. He came in after the Munich thing, so a bit before my time. Dennis Irwin was good. I know more about Dennis Irwin, so I'd say possibly Irwin was probably the better of those.
He was a good right back, Dennis Irwin.
He was a good right back, yeah. And did very well for himself at United. Corner to Dortmund, headed, it's gone. Whoops. Dortmund player falls over. And Peter is a paramedic. Well, I'll tell you, I have nothing but admiration for you guys.
Definitely.
The work you have to do, the situations you find yourself in. Fair dues to you. Well done. And I hope you have an easy shift. And Sunday morning, hopefully things are quiet out in Melbourne for you. Carl is saying, Easy's family or Spurs. Well, that might be a help.
You never know. Get Levy over. He apparently gets in good with the families, doesn't he? So get Levy over there right now.
Yeah. Ian is saying that would help immensely. Yeah, absolutely. And Erwin is saying he never bought a road bike, just dirt bikes. Okay. Peter is saying, we try 1 more hour, we get to bed soon. Oh, so you've been on the night shift then? Okay, right, you're nearly finished. Saturday night in Melbourne. I wonder, is it like Saturday night in Dublin where the A&Es are absolutely packed out? It's I'm sure it's the same in most cities.
I'll tell you what, Phil, Dortmund are really up for this.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah, because I was really expecting Real Madrid to come out and they're pressing a bit more. They are doing that.
He's given a free kick for that. That's very harsh. Kamaninga. Yeah, and Ian is saying what I think we all think here. He tips our hat to all emergency service workers. Absolutely.
100%.
I tell you, you couldn't pay you boys half enough. Really, you couldn't. You couldn't pay
You
enough.
guys should get paid a hell of a lot more than you do. It's not fair.
Absolutely. Like I have a daughter, a nurse now, and although she's in a slightly different scenario, she's actually a nurse in the prison. So I get some stories from that place, man. Colin said Jimmy Murphy, who took over from Busby, was born in my village. Oh, right. I remember Jimmy Murphy. He was a survivor in Munich, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I think he was. And Peter saying yes, very good. Today, not bad. Last night was a madhouse in Melbourne. I hope there was no Spurs fans brought in the night of the match against Newcastle, Peter. We wouldn't want them to be letting the side down by getting drunk and disorderly and falling over and getting into fights or anything. I'm sure they were well behaved, like we always are.
Yeah.
And Colin is saying Sabitzer is playing better than he played for United. Yeah, true enough. He was a bit of a non-entity at United, wasn't he? And
still 0-0.
On a serious note, did you ever see Eamon Dunphy play for Ireland? Was he any good? Or was he on the books at Man U along with Barry Fry? No, I didn't. Dunphy was a player in the 60s. He played for Millwall. I never saw him play, and I only came across Eamon Dunphy when he became a journalist and a pundit. I had a big row with Mick McCarthy over the Irish job, I don't think he could have been on the books at United. I'd say he could have been one of these players that may have played for United when he was younger, didn't make the grade, and ended up playing mostly lower league stuff. One of them type of players.
Yeah.
But he was a decent enough journalist, a bit controversial. Like, he wouldn't be slow to tell you what he thought of things, And a lot of people don't like him. He's retired now, as far as I know. But he would have been one of the top people that RTE here in Ireland would have used for punditry and stuff on European matches and international matches. And Owen is saying, I had one of them also, and they're just as bad. Don't want to worry you. Just make sure he has all the gear and make sure it's working well, brakes and shocks. Yeah, I think that's a good lesson from Owen there, who's had an experience of a bike crash recently. And Peter is saying, no, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. And Carl is saying it was just Ange. Yeah, of course, Ange stayed around, didn't he, after the game, Actually, I followed that flight into Melbourne and out. They left East Midlands Airport at 9 o'clock at night after the Sheffield United game. They arrived into Melbourne early Tuesday morning, Melbourne time, and they were back in London at 3. A chance for Madrid. Ooh, nearly. Bit of nearly a cock up there, but the goalie saved it. They were back in London at 3 o'clock on Thursday. That's some trip, isn't it? About 40 hours in the air. About 12 or 14 hours, whatever it was, in Melbourne.
The timing of it was still ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. Not again. Like the end of the season now, a lot of the players have gone off on the holiday, so they'll be grand. I saw the plane they went on to. They're all first class seats, full stretch beds, the whole lot. There was no jet lag and trying to make yourself comfortable with a cushion and a blanket that they give you. They had full beds to sleep on.
Yeah, they had beds. They had probably food and drink brought to them. Every movie we ever wanted to watch.
Yeah,
I probably had a good time.
I think they were on those 35 years old. 30th, Bowen 767.
They skimped out on the plane then.
Yeah, the plane was. I looked at the plane; it looked absolutely fabulous. And they've actually Liverpool have used the same plane as well for going to matches. So anyway, Peter is saying, yes, Erwin, his missus wouldn't let him go on the road. Yeah, she rules the roost, and most of them do, don't they, Erwin? Peter. Mine does anyway. Erwin, laugh a lot. His missus would kill me. Nothing much happening in the match at the minute, lads. We'll come back to that as soon as something happens. But Erwin said he will be okay. Mrs. has banned me from them now. Yeah, I'd say she might have. I'd say she might have. Yeah. And Peter said they have fun, Erwin, but too many idiots on the road. A few months went to an accident. The biker got T-boned. It wasn't a pretty sight. Ooh, I can imagine. Yeah. That's all the chat for now. And
yeah,
the then we're coming up on the hour mark and still no goals. And it's a bit more even in the second half, though.
It is. It slowed a bit. It slowed a bit. There was Madrid are having a lot of the ball again.
Mine too. I think it's coming to the stage now where I think players are starting to be wary of making mistakes. You know, one mistake now. Like I saw the what do you call it? There was a playoff game played in Germany last weekend between Dusseldorf and Bochum to see who stayed in the Bundesliga.
So relegation.
They already Dusseldorf were trying to get promoted, but it went to a penalty shootout at the end of extra time, and one penalty each was missed, so it was 4 each, gone into sudden death. And Bochum scored theirs, and this poor young Dusseldorf defender who came on as a sub came up and took his penalty. I think it's just about it blew over the bar. I've never seen a player as distraught in all my life. He was in tears. He had to be carried off the pitch. He was that distraught.
Was he a young lad then?
Sorry?
Was he a young lad?
Young lad, yeah. Young lad. I think a young Japanese lad. He lived out of Eastern, but I mean, he was absolutely, obviously, it had got down to the guys that wouldn't be normally taking penalties, you know?
Yeah.
And he just blasted it over the bar. But he cost his team place in the Bundesliga, you know?
Hopefully the fan base aren't that.
But that was a weird game, though. It was both teams lost 3-0 at home. And that's why it went to penalties.
Wow.
So, anyway, here we go. Dortmund attacking again. I have a sneaking spin. There's a goal coming here soon. I just can't get this feeling that something's going to happen.
I just get a feeling that the Dortmund are just going to rue those missed chances. I can just see
that could well be. I mean, you give Bellingham or Vinicius half a yard here and they'll kill you. And so far, they've kept them very quiet.
They have.
Good cross in. Oh, well defended.
They've done a good job, really, to be fair.
Dortmund still keeping the pressure on. They're not panicking. They've been patient here.
That's bad defending from Madrid.
That was good defense. So Dortmund picked it up again inside their own half. They're coming back at Madrid again.
What time are you at, Phil?
It's 61-10.
Okay, it's not bad then.
It could be. Oops, poor defending there. Kept the ball in play, but gave it straight on.
Yeah,
he's trying to be too smart, and it's gone out for a goal kick. We just follow on a few more of these comments while the game is in a bit of a lull here. Peter is saying no protection. Oh, and yeah, indeed. Carl Simpson does what most of us do. I just do what I'm told. It's such an easier life. Carl, I can empathize with you. Bergkamp offered to fly so he would not go to, refuse to fly, so he would not go to Oz. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, well, I remember hearing that about Bergkamp. He had such a fear of flying. He had to get like trained and everything everywhere. He wouldn't fly. Yeah,
That's right. Personally, I love flying. I couldn't get enough of it. No. But although I couldn't go up a ladder, I have a fear of heights up a ladder. But I don't mind being at 40,000 feet.
How did he? He must be in long trips when he wanted to go back to the Netherlands and stuff. Then.
Well, yeah, he'd probably go to Eurostar to Brussels and go train from there. And
what a player Bergkamp was, by the way.
He was, but a Spurs fan too, playing for Arsenal. There's a chance. Oh, straight at course. Well, good save. The header came in there, and that was a bullet of a header, but straight at the keeper. But another chance.
Another one.
He probably put it in the one part of the goal you didn't want to put in, where the goalie was standing.
Oh, they're going to look back if they don't win this.
Yeah. You just feel that they're going to rue. You're dead right, Tequila. They're going to rue the missed chances.
They are Feel it, can't you?
And they're Real Madrid trying to get a bit of normality to the game. They're just slowing the tempo down, just tapping it
Bellingham has
around.
been pretty quiet, you know.
He has, you know, he's been well marked. He's been well marshalled.
They've coped with Madrid pretty well, but like I think Carl said in the chat, one mistake and you know they're not gonna miss it.
No, that's it. There's Vinicius down the left, and good defending by Dortmund. Two of them double teamed him there, and it's a corner.
Yep.
And Colin is saying, this is a good one for you, Philip. I saw Cardiff City beat Real Madrid in the Cup Winners' Cup 1970. Oh, of course, the winner of the Welsh Cup would have. There's a header now, straight at the keeper. The winner of the Welsh Cup would have gone into the Cup Winners' Cup. My God, that must have been some experience, Colin. Imagine Cardiff playing Real Madrid. My God.
Oh, yeah.
Real still keeping the pressure. Now's a chance for Dortmund to break away here. Now, as that ball's gone too far, now it's gone out for a throw-in. And Gerald O'Connor's Phil, did you see the great Brendan Bradley play? Is that the guy that played for Finn Harps? I think I can't remember ever seeing him play, but I think didn't he play in the Irish League or the League of Ireland for Finn Harps? You can put me right on that one, Jared, because I really don't know if I'm right on that. And Carl is saying these Real Madrid players only need the slightest mistake and they are through. Yeah. That's it. You know, this is what I'd be worried about Dortmund now if they don't score in the next 10 or 15 minutes. Real Madrid are attacking the Dortmund end at the moment. They're attacking the beehive.
Yeah, they still look like bees, don't they? Corner coming in.
Corner to Real Madrid now. There's Bellingham eyeing it up. Emre Can is marking him. Corner comes in. And it's cleared away for back out to the taker. And comes in again. And headed well wide. Half a chance there for Vinicius, but he didn't do anything with it.
Didn't look convincing, did he?
Gerald O'Connor, 248 goals. Bradley, he was a Harry Kane of the League of Ireland. Yeah, good strike rate, that. Very good strike rate. Peter's asking who was on top so far. You know, the second half was a bit more even, but on chances created, Dortmund are ahead. You know, they've had the better chances. I don't think the Dortmund keeper has been really tested yet, whereas Courtois had to make a few saves.
Carl's saying Tosin's going to Chelsea, apparently. Okay.
Yeah, apparently Newcastle thought they were getting them, and now I think he's made the biggest mistake of his life in going to Chelsea. But anyway, that's his choice. Wonder what they use for money.
Apparently we were after him for ages, but he kept on turning us down. So
yeah, okay. Well, but he doesn't want to come, let him go somewhere else.
Yeah,
I don't want players at the club want to be there. They're there because they have to be there, or they're forced there. They don't want to be there. It was my own fault. I lost control and crashed into a wall. I live out on the coast of Ireland, so it's all back roads. Yeah, I know what they're like, Owen. Still have to pick up truck and Skoda estate. All right. What hospital are you in, Owen, by the way, if you're in Ireland? What hospital are you in? It sure was. Colin said sure was. There was 60,000 there. Brian Clark scored 1-1-0 and lost the second leg 2-0. Oh, you ran them close anyway. And Real Madrid they're a force every season, you know. So well done, Cardiff.
What a dream match that must have been for them.
Yeah, imagine that. I can imagine the singing in the stands that night. It must have been something else. And Peter is saying, my best mate is from Cork. I will not hold that against him. The Second Republic of Ireland, Cork's known as. You know. And Colin saying Tosin didn't fancy being the backup. Well, let's didn't understand that in a way,
Do you think he's going to start for Chelsea, though? Really?
That's the thing. I mean, they've got about 47 fullbacks or centre backs. So I don't know what's going to happen there. And Peter's saying best form of defensive attack is what Angie's trying to drum into Tottenham play. Well, I think we'll all agree that is the best way of doing it. And here's battle going on in midfield there for the ball. Real Madrid have it now.
Madrid's starting to get a little bit of a grip the last couple of minutes.
Yeah. How good was Dan Bowles? He was one of the it's a goal. No, it's not. Oh, how'd that stay out?
No.
Oh, Bellingham.
Looked like it, didn't it? Looked like that went in. Looked like
injured?
it.
Did he hurt himself?
I think he might
I
have
don't
a
know
little
what
bit.
happened. It's if he ducked out with the ball. Ball get lovely cross in, right to the far post. The goalie comes for us.
He just misses it. He just misses it.
Goalie is slow to come to us. Bellingham saw the goalie coming and took his eye off the ball and glanced it wide. That was a great chance. Possibly the best chance of the match so far.
Certainly Madrid's best chance.
Madrid's best chance, yeah. But Stan Bowles, do you remember in the 60s, there was players like Georgie Best, Frank Worthington. They were the first of the jet set footballers, the nightclub boys, they'd be out with us, they'd be photographed out in their sports cars and whatever. He was one of them. A great player, but played for QPR, but was a real sort of character. Probably never realized the potential, but he's the sort of fella he came to work from a different direction every morning. One of them.
Yeah.
But it's like the story George Best used to tell when he was on This Is Your Life. He was asked about how much money did he make in his career and what did he do with it. Well, he says, I spent 75% of it on fast cars, women and drink, and I wasted the rest. So, that was the type of Stan Bowles. Great player. I think one of the stands at QPR is named after him. And Peter saying,
there you go.
Anyway, there's the possession. Real Madrid up the possession in the second half. And they've more attempts than Dortmund now, but Dortmund's attempts have been more on goal. Peter saying his misses was from Waterford. Colin is saying Stan Bowles was class. He was, wasn't he? And Carl Simpson I think he's on the same wavelength as us. It's coming. You can feel it. Yeah,
you can. They're making a sub now. Dortmund are. I think a player might be injured. Don't know if it's an injury.
Reyes is coming. This is his final match for Dortmund, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if the story's true or not, but when he played his last league match for them, he bought a pint of beer for everybody in the audience, for everybody in the, and the bill was something like 120 grand or something.
I bet it was.
Yeah, there's your man coming on for his last game now. Reyes. I'm surprised Modric hasn't made an appearance for Real Madrid yet. And Urban is saying, I'm in Whitfield County, Waterford. Okay. And Colin is saying, should have had loads of caps. Mavericks. Yeah, he was a Maverick. He was a type, he wouldn't have suited the suits in the FA at the time. He would have been too much of a rebel. A bit like why they didn't appoint Brian Clough as manager of England.
That's great play from Vinicius. Goes past two players, can't quite keep it in.
I live in Boat Strand, Fisherman's Village. Oh, very good. Another was over visiting. Has to be from Dunmore or Tremore. Remember her maiden name, but I queried it because what's the Vinicius do there? Took my eye off the screen there.
He beat two players, but he couldn't quite keep it in. But it's a nice skill from him there.
Still there, all right.
Yeah.
So what time-wise are we at now? It's getting near the nervous 90s now. We're into 20 minutes to go, roughly. Corner of Real Madrid.
Surprised Madrid haven't brought any subs on yet, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we probably will soon. Whoops.
Yep.
It's going to be a corner, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
And Carlos, and give it 5 minutes. Modric
It
should
was
be on.
it,
Watch
it
the
was
rest of
coming,
it.
guys. It was coming, guys.
It's coming. Yeah, Real Modric is going to come on, I think, shortly.
Yeah, it's coming. Yep.
There it is. You're right.
Yep.
Carvajal.
You should have taken your chances, Dortmund. You should have taken your chances.
Unlucky for Dortmund, but they didn't defend that corner very well at all.
Yeah, 1-0 to Madrid. Probably see Modric's definitely coming on now to help them keep the ball.
Yeah. And Peter is saying, I'll find out Monday. I'm going to tag the racing pigeons. Oh, very good. Very good. That doesn't narrow it down. Is it the one? Yeah, these are the players that were the real rebels. Frank Worthington, Alan Hudson, Tony Curry, Glenn Hoddle. Glenn Hoddle didn't have half as many caps as he should have had because he was classed as a luxury player. He didn't track back or didn't defend like he should, but good header that for the goal. And Jared said, Phil, would it be fair to say the crazy gang were pussies compared to Don Revy's Leeds? They were handball. They were very aggressive. Certainly, they took no prisoners. But I think Levy's team would have had it on pure shithousery and things like that. I think Levy's team was probably the dirtiest team ever to play football in the Premier or the First Division at the time. Letizia, he's another one. Yeah, apparently he's gone a bit funny lately. Some of his ideas have been rather right wing and right off the track. Since he lost his job with Sky.
Isn't that why they fired him? Because of some of these. Some
of the comments he made. Yeah, and Erwin is saying, yes, Dermot, I know. I have a friend who lives near the Jockey Pub in Wexford Town. I have no clue about that now. But Carl Simpson, right? Modric will sit in midfield now, and it'll push Dortmund back. Yeah, that's true.
Real Madrid always find a way, don't they? They always find a way.
Yeah, the longer it went on, the more we kind of knew that would probably happen. Now Dortmund have to push on, and that'll leave gaps. So. They've been very quiet up to now, so they have the Real Madrid fans.
They haven't really had that much to shout about, have they?
No, not really. Yeah, Colin's saying the 1970 Leeds Cup final was X-rated. There was 2 games. There was a replay at Manchester United's ground, and I remember the pitch was like Brighton Beach. It was covered in sand, and it was I think it was a goal by Alan Clark, won it for Leeds. But that was a rough match. You had Norman Hunter versus Chopper Harris. Jesus, it was like Dracula meets Frankenstein. It was just one of the clash of the dirty players. Oh, that's a foul, is it? No, it's okay, man.
So if you're Dortmund manager, Phil, what do? Do you just say, just go all out?
I think you've got to. You can't sit back. You've got to do what they're doing, but maybe just throw an extra man forward, just try and although I think the way this is going to go now, I think if Real Madrid get a second, that's game over. I think it could be game over already. Oh, it's a great chance.
Nearly.
Oh, he put it wide.
Yeah. Nearly
Bellingham, that's it. I know he was well challenged, but he should have scored. He should have scored. Was the ball out? He kept it in very well. He's all the time in the world there. And his first touch is terrible. It goes out of it. It goes out of control, and then it's deflected wide. Well, that was good defending. I'm sorry, Bellingham. I thought you'd missed it, but no, that was good defending. It was deflected wide.
Corner, isn't it?
Yeah. That would have been game over now if that had gone in. Now Cruz again taking the. Cleared by Dortmund. They'll have a chance. Oh, they've lost. Things they were coming off in the first half are not working now. Now they have a chance.
Another yellow card for a Dortmund player. Going to be a free kick.
There's Real Madrid coming again.
Still ahead of you, aren't
Oof. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, he
Yeah.
fairly flipped them. First ever replay, Webb scored the winner for Chelsea. Why did I think Alan Clark scored it for Leeds? I must be losing my memory. You're right, Colin. You're right, David Webb. That's right. It's opening up now. It certainly is.
Kind of has to, doesn't
I
it?
don't even remember who was Spurs' biggest hacker man. Oh, right. Okay. Let me see. Dave Mackay. No, although I don't think I ever saw him play. He would have been when I was really in the early days of my Spurs career. He would have been one. I'll tell you who's not far behind is Pat Van Den Houw. Remember, he came to us from Everton back in the late 80s there. He didn't take any prisoners. And Graham Roberts wasn't behind the door either. So there's been a few of them, you know.
We've had some.
Yeah, probably not as many as we should have had, to be honest. Van Den Houw was mad. He was, absolutely. He was. It's Tony Cruz eyeing this one up. What a way to go out in your final match, score a goal in the Champions League final. Good save by the keeper. They made it look a bit spectacular. Yep. That does mean, but why didn't he catch that ball? He could have easily caught it. There was no pressure.
On for the highlights reel, wasn't it?
You know, and now he's got a situation where he's giving away a throw in. That ball is straight at him. He just catch it. Jesus, lads, come on.
I think Dortmund bring on some subs.
Yeah, little and large coming on. Emre Can is going off. And the guy with the billiard ball's coming on. Daniel Mallon.
Guess Dortmund are going to roll the dice, eh? Let's see what they got.
Oh, they have to have 10 minutes left. And Haller is coming on for Brandt.
Well,
Alan Muller, yes, Jared, he was a hard man. He was. I wouldn't say he was the hardest, but it was hard. Paul Miller was no sissy. Yeah, Paul Miller. He was centre back partnership with Graham Roberts in the 80s, around the time of the 81-82 Cup final.
Carl Simpson. Carl Simpson's thrown Stefan Freund in.
Good save from Cannavanga again. Good save.
Yeah.
What's Carl saying? Freund is pretty tough. He was, yeah. Freund. That was a good save. No, that was heading in.
Just don't let him take a shot, Carl Simpson. Just
Billy Bremner didn't take too many prisoners, that's for sure. Leeds were virtually the Scottish national to the world, didn't they? They had a lot of Eddie Gray, Billy Bremner. They had a lot of Scots players in there, and they were very successful in the Don Revy. Another save. That's another. The goal. The Dortmund keeper has kept them in it in the last couple of minutes. That was another good save.
Yeah, they've finally given them something to do, haven't they?
Yeah.
Now the game's opened up.
Oh yeah, it's a good save. Good save. So what? 82 minutes, about 10 minutes left roughly, and 1-0 to the Whites.
Oh, that's a bad pass. Oh dear.
You're ahead of me. I can't. Let me see.
That's it. Yeah, sorry, I'm ahead of you. Still ahead of you.
Oh, we'll see what you mean. Oh, no.
Yep.
That's it. Game over.
Dortmund just shot themselves in the foot.
What a stupid pass by a Dortmund player. Absolutely suicidal.
Yeah. That's probably game, guys, unfortunately.
That's game. That's game over.
Shame. I mean, they put up such a good fight, and then they've just
There's no need for that pass. It was a blind pass across your midfield. Absolute suicide. Yeah, Johnny Giles was a tough guy, all right. He was for a small fella. He really was. Harvey in goal, yeah, and Gary Sprake was also the keeper in the good days for Leeds. And Carl Sims, what a time to make a mistake. Oh, stop. No pressure either, you know. Look at the space your man has got. Just chips it into the net. Nicely taken goal. Goalie got his hand to it, but no, couldn't keep it out. Gordon McQueen, centre half, is right, yeah. Just got his hand to it, the keeper, but couldn't keep it.
It is pretty amazing for Real Madrid that how they've got such a stranglehold just on this trophy. They just waste it.
Yeah, I know. It says it's 15 times now they've won it, I think.
It's crazy.
Although, you know, they were given a good goal by Dortmund.
Yeah, I still think Dortmund overall have been the better team, but there we are. That's the way it is, isn't it?
That's it. It'd be nice to have they could get a goal back. The goal kick. Anyway,
there you go. Modric is about to
go. They're all over. Yeah, I think you're right, Peter. Colin saying Sprake was in goal. Harvey came after him. That's right. Yeah, that's right. He did. And Paul Cooper was a great keeper. Don't remember him now. Don't remember him. There's Modric coming on now for his last 10 minutes in the Real Madrid shirt. It's good to see him coming on.
Big up Modders. Still remember your time at Spurs, mate. Still amazing.
Yeah, no, he's a great player. Big Joe Corrigan, yeah, Man City goalkeeper. Beaten by the Ricky Villa goal of the century in 1981 replay. Modric on the end of it, yeah.
Is Modric retiring, or is he going to go?
I don't know if he's retiring or just leaving Real Madrid. I mean, I'd say he's good enough for another year or two somewhere. Like, if he can play at this high standard, but there's Tony Cruz coming off. That's the end of him as well. That's his career retirement. That's nice movement. Nice. One legend replacing another. So we now 85 minutes gone. Just 5 minutes gone with maybe 3 or 4 minutes of injury time. So we're about 10 minutes away from Real Madrid being crowned champions of Europe again.
How many times is that now? 14, did you say?
15, I think. Yeah. 15. They got to lose. It was a Man City they lost to. Who was a Man City beat them last year?
I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. They won the league again this year, didn't they, Madrid in Spain?
Yeah.
Dortmund's still trying to play a bit of football, all right.
I think he's 38, Peter.
Yeah.
38.
I think it's seven winners, yeah. I think it is. Jimmy Rimmer, he was a Man United goalkeeper, wasn't he? After Alex Stepney. And
Carl Simpson saying he's signed another year. Has he got one more year then, Carl?
Maybe he has. Yeah, maybe he has. I know he was talking about it. For me, the best player I've seen, and it's only my opinion, Matt Letizia. Yeah, he was a good player. He never played for anyone else other than Southampton, which is quite strange. I think
rare breed, isn't it? Rare breed to stay just one.
Yeah, it's very rare. Very rare. Dortmund still trying to get a maybe more than the consolation. It's a goal for Dortmund. Oh, now game on.
I might be offside, Phil.
Hang on. Is it all right?
Offside.
It's offside. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Damn it.
Oh, no. Let's have a look at VAR.
Yeah, I think it was just offside.
He's not. Let's see now. Oh, he is. Yeah, he is offside.
Yeah. No luck as well. There you go.
Unlucky. Oh. How good is Modric? He's 30 now. He's 38, I think, you know. He was good.
I'd take Modric back for a year in a heartbeat for Spurs. I don't know about you, Phil. Take him back in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would, certainly, yeah. He almost joined Spurs. Cooper was Ipswich goalkeeper. Yeah, that's right. Now I remember him, yeah. Under Bobby Robson. So Modric has signed a 1 year. I know he was looking for one. I haven't been following it lately, so obviously he got it. And Peter was saying, I used to like Mervyn Day. Well, apart from the fact he played for West Ham, I suppose, you know. We don't like West Ham. Oops. What's going on there? Did Malin seem to have a swing at the Real Madrid player? The guy that made the mistake has been substituted now, so
He's going to have a bad night.
Well, 2-0 to Real Madrid. Bad mistake in the Dortmund. A pass across midfield was intercepted, and Vinicius buried it. So 2-0.
Yeah, they shot themselves in the foot, unfortunately.
Seems our under-17 keeper's getting a bonus due to his appearance in the Euros. Oh. That's Gunter? No, it's not Gunter. I see Josh Keeley, one of our under-21 keepers, is training with the Irish team at the moment. And after winning the league with the under-21.
So, yeah.
He came from St. Patrick's Athletic, the goalkeeper. Would you rate the Great Forest team under Clough as good as any Liverpool? I think you've got to give it to Liverpool for longevity. Liverpool kept it going for years, whereas Forest were kind of a 2 or 3 year, maybe 3 or 4 year, not flash in the pan, but you know they sort of fell away a bit. Whereas Liverpool were consistent. So Forest might have been a better team to watch, though. You know they're more entertaining, but I think Liverpool get it for me anyway. Urban is saying, Carl, thank you. And if Boris is saying, even if Dortmund lose 25 million from the Bellingham sale, nice one.
Guess
substitution coming
silver
on.
lining for them, I suppose. Again, it's going to get paid out of it.
Militao is coming on.
Another good defender.
I think they're just going to batten down the hatches now. Rodrigo is going off. I think City are looking to buy Rodrigo.
He's a good player.
City's looking to buy everybody.
Another good player, yeah.
And Boris is saying 5 million more than they would if they won the final. Oh. Nice. Clough never had world-class players, but Clough made them think they were. That's true. That's true. So in the 5 minutes of added time. So.
Yeah, Dortmund need a little minor miracle if they can do anything.
Getting a bit dark here, but I won't bother to leave the light off. No bother putting it on. Bellingham's gone off now, I think. So Vinicius and Carvajal with the 2 goals within 10 minutes of each other. Now there's a chance. Nice, forced that wide. No, well recovered. They haven't given up anyway. Fair dues to them. But I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, they're still trying, but this is what Real Madrid do, don't they? They just
that's it. Courtois wasting time now.
Yeah, Boris Britt saying we knew it would happen. You're right. We all kind of, after they missed those chances, I think we all kind of knew. Yeah, we know the story. We know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing: the Real Madrid, they won't be smiling when they see the price of a taxi back to central London after the match.
Yeah,
but Dortmund's still trying. There's only a couple of minutes left, and that's a free. No, it's not a free kick. Not good. I have to say the referee has been pretty good. You know, he's been on one of the better refs, I think.
Yeah, he's had a decent game.
Worried me a bit. You know, the Slovenian league wouldn't be the strongest, but it's okay.
Just takes a bit of common sense, doesn't it, Phil? Sometimes.
Yeah, that's it. Now he made a few bookings, but I suppose they were justified. Here's Modric now.
Well, there's a lot of space.
Oh yeah,
it's over the top. So much space there. Good defending again.
Well defended. Well defended. And Boris is saying, just say this: the next 5 years, when Mbappe goes to Madrid and they win 5 in a row. Well, I hope not. I hope not. Seeing Real Collins, I'm daydreaming with Dortmund nils.
You keep daydreaming. You keep daydreaming, Ian. Bless.
Yeah, keep daydreaming is right.
Keep daydreaming. Yeah.
I'm not so sure that I like the new kit for next season. The fact that it's got blue sleeves on it. I think the old white kit was lovely, the pure white one.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think I prefer the pure white as well.
I like the away kit now. I've ordered it, and they'll turn the Farmers League, Champions League into a Farmers Cup. Hope not, but you could be right. I will, says Ian. Laugh a lot. Dortmund's still going though, because Real Madrid know they have it now. It's I'm actually going to flash my TV forward now to the right time, because it's at this stage it's corner to Dortmund.
Yeah, I can see it's getting dark at your place, isn't it, Phil?
Yeah, the light switches to the other side of the room, so I couldn't bother getting up to put it on.
No, I understand. I get it.
And I've just moved on ahead to normal time, and it's gone 5 minutes now, Tequila. So I think the final whistle is just gone, has it? The manager is shaking hands, but the game's still going on. No, it's over.
Well, there's like 20 seconds left. Yeah,
it's over. So
Well,
Real Madrid are European champions
again.
I'm getting worried about Tony pushing this fella. He's been hugging him since he came off the pitch. Gee, they're at it again now. Come on, lads, get a room. Anyway, listen, folks, that's it. That's the Champions League for 2024. Real Madrid are the champions. Dortmund galloped, I have to say. They played well. It certainly wasn't a one-sided match. They're down on the ground, totally disappointed, but well done, Real Madrid. And thanks to everybody who tuned in tonight to watch this. Hope you enjoyed it. Tequila, it's been a pleasure. Thanks a million for coming in.
No,
and we'll see you soon. And let's hope that in a year or two's time, come around this time of the year, it's us that are celebrating the win for Tottenham. So that's the story. So I'll just run the final closing down music here if I can find it. And hold on now.
I'll bring back the Fox.
The chat was very good tonight. It was excellent. So thanks.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
And
the Fox will return. I promise.
Indeed. Now I'm just going to get all these things have moved now. Okay, here we go. All I could say is, come on, you guys. I didn't mistake.